In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 phases that you can use and follow to start an online business in Kenya. The idea here is that you can use these 3 phases to turn your online business ideas in Kenya into an income generating online side hustle in Kenya or a full-time online business in Kenya. So now, let me share with you something interesting which I know would apply to anyone who is actually interested in creating an online business in Kenya. Whether you want to use a blog, a YouTube channel, or a podcast as the foundation when it comes to content marketing for your online business, you are going to get into what I would call phase 1. And phase 1 is very interesting because in this phase, you are very excited about the thing or the project that you are getting involved in. You can be able to see the promise of the money that you are going to make, the lifestyle that you are going to create, and how probably this is going to transform your life into a different kind of a situation that you currently are in. Maybe you want to earn extra money. You want to increase your income streams to add to what you are getting either from your current business or from your 9-to-5 job that you are employed in. This is a phase where you'll have a lot of blind optimism, and this is because there are things that you do not know that you do not know. So you are excited and you know for sure that you are going to make money, and you're starting your process of creating an income generating online business in Kenya. But that's before you get into phase 2, and phase 2 is very interesting. Phase 2 is the stage where reality hits you. You then start to realize that actually creating an income generating online business in Kenya or anywhere is actually not easy. You realize that creating YouTube content, creating blog articles is a slog, is not an easy thing to do. And also, you get exposed to the fact that there are a lot of things that you do not know. And one of the things that I have realized is that human beings are very bad when it comes to learning new things, especially if you have been in a certain industry or in a career for a long period of time. You get yourself into this false situation where you think and believe that you know stuff, when actually you do not know. You only know the stuff that you have been doing. So when you move into a different industry, when you try to do something new, you need to be humble enough to realize that you are starting from scratch. You are actually a beginner. So in this second phase, you come face to face with the reality that there are skills that you do not have. There are a lot of things that you do not know when it comes to creating content, when it comes to how blogging works, to how podcasting works, to how YouTube works, and does not matter the level at which you are in your previous career in whatever thing that you're doing. When it comes to these platforms, you need to become a beginner. It's like almost going back to nursery school when you have actually graduated from university. It doesn't look good, and probably you'll feel a little bit arrogant thinking that you shouldn't be taught the things that are being taught in nursery school. But the truth is, if you want to actually build something online, you actually need to go to the basics. Now, in this particular case, you come to face with the reality that you need to actually learn a lot. There's a huge skills gap and a knowledge gap that you need to fill. And you have to make a choice. Do you continue with this path or do you give up? And the most interesting part is, if you analyze most of the projects that you have started and abandoned, you have abandoned them in this particular stage. This is the stage where most people give up on whatever it is that they have started, because it becomes clear. It is not as easy as you thought in phase 1. It is not as quick as you might have imagined. The results are not coming as quickly as you thought, or whatever dream had been sold to you, things are not working as probably your initial plan. And at this particular stage, you are going to give up. You are going to be tempted to give up. At this stage, it is likely that you are going to give up because it is tough. It is brutal. At this stage, you also have not achieved what you might call a critical mass that would then attract a larger audience towards either your YouTube channel or your blog or your podcast, which means a lot of people actually do not care about what you're doing. So if you are the kind of a person who is validated by external metrics, this is going to be very tough on you, because you are going to create videos that you expect to get a lot of, for example, views, and then you get 5, 10, 20, 100 views. That is going to mess up with your ego. So if you have not come to terms with the realities of what might be happening in this particular stage, it's likely that you're going to give up. Content creation is a very lonely journey, and it is likely that most of the people in your circle, your friends, your relatives, your colleague at work, do not actually even understand what it is you are doing. So these initial stages are going to be very lonely before you build a network of other content creators, whether they are doing blogging, YouTube, or podcasting, or any other form of content. Before you build that network, you are going to be in a very lonely phase, and you need to come to terms with that. You are going to wake up very early. You are going to work very long hours if you are doing it during the day. And you are going to also sleep very late as you create content, as you build your online business. And this can be very boring and very tiring. At the same time, you will not be seeing the results that you had imagined. Let's assume you are starting a blog. You have created, or you will be creating, a number of articles or an article each and every day. That article, for it to drive traffic to your business, will require to be ranked on Google. It will require to be indexed on the search engines, and that sometimes takes time, especially for a new blog. It may take 3, 6, 9, or even 12 months before your article gets to the optimum traffic that can be generating for you. What this means is, you will be creating a lot of content, you will be writing a lot of blog posts, but you will not be seeing those results reflected when it comes to your traffic. And that can take a toll on you, which means you need to have internal motivation, because at this particular phase, no one is going to be clapping for you. This applies for your podcast, and this too applies to your YouTube channel. The initial phases may not be as exciting as you might imagine, but you still need to be showing up. You need to still be creating content. You are going to show up whether there are results or there are no results, whether your YouTube video got views or it got none, whether you are getting traffic to your website or you are not. You are still going to show up. Whether your podcast is getting downloaded or not, you will still be able to show up. But this is now the most interesting bit. If you can be able to survive this phase, then you get into the third phase, and the third phase might be the most interesting for you. If you get to the third phase, it can only mean one thing: that you have decided to make your online business work. You have decided to almost go all in making and building your income generating online business. You have decided to make your online business work, come hell or high water. And this is a very good stage to be at, because now you are going to start to see the results of the work that you have been doing for the past couple of months, or probably for the last 1 year. At this stage, you start becoming very good and better with your craft, whether that is blogging or whether that is creating YouTube content or even becoming a podcaster. You are becoming good. You are understanding your audience. You are understanding the content that they enjoy, the content that creates value to them, and the content that also drives traffic to your marketing funnel. You are establishing systems of how your online business is going to work. That is the system that starts with building the audience, building the trust through email marketing, and then monetization strategies. You are crafting a a system that will actually become your automated cash machine. At this stage, things are also becoming easier for you. You now can understand what it takes to create a helpful piece of content. It is becoming easier for you to create a helpful video content. It is also becoming easier for you to create a helpful blog article. You know what it takes to create one, how long it's going to take to create one, and you have established systems that make it easier for you. Now, if you are just a beginner or starting to learn how to create an online business, or if you want to use content marketing to build your income generating online business, then you need actually to aim to get to this third phase. This should be your aim. It is not going to be easy to get to this level, but you need to get there, because it's at this level that then you start transforming your life. You start generating an income that you have dreamed about. You start generating business leads that you have thought about. You start getting an audience that is engaging with your content and that can also take up or buy the products or the services that you are providing. This is the stage that every content creator needs to look at. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. If you have enjoyed this particular video, check out the video on your screen right now.